Hey guys, it's Rob, I'm back. Okay, so this next video is kind of like one of those things where, you know, I got this little project that I want to do and it has no purpose whatsoever. It's just kind of cool if you think about it. So that's what this next video is about. I've already done all the work and all that stuff. I'm just kind of doing an intro video for you. So basically, the way we go out boating, we go out and we drink all day and we just blast the music all day long. Periodically, as you can imagine, whether I'm going up on the boat or my wife is going up to get more drinks or to reapply sunscreen, whatever the case is, it's always, hey, check the batteries, check to see what the volts are, how much juice do we have left. So basically what I thought in my head, and I did a video about 2 years ago that I was going to do this and then I just never did. So I got all the stuff in the mail, reordered everything, got new stuff. So basically what I did was I bought some small little voltage meters, just little waterproof. They're about the size of a big fat nickel or a big fat quarter. And it's just a digital readout and it connects directly to the battery and then to the back of these things. But they're completely waterproof and they're pretty cool, man. And so I wanted to be able to know what each battery had left in it as I'm out there, you know, partying and drinking all day. So I got one for each of my 3 batteries. Hooked them all up separate, and I installed it down by the remote on the swim deck. All 3 of them in there. So I've got like my auxiliary 1 and 2, and then my starter battery. That way I can keep track of the voltage all day long on each individual battery. Now again, I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, dude, that's just overkill. Well, you know what? Don't care. I'm retired. I got nothing but time in my life. So I sit here and I think about shit to do. And this is one of those things where it would be cool to do. I don't need it and it's completely unnecessary, but it was kind of cool. So here goes the video. Hope you enjoy it. Ready? Wasn't bad at all. Okay, so what we've discovered here is the fiberglass progressively gets thicker as it comes back. So you can see by how many threads are coming through on this end compared to that one. There's only one little thread that comes through here. We tested it out and so there you can see. So I can't really tell if it's getting still thicker yet as we go back, so I'm going to change my plan. Originally I wanted all 3 of them in a row, starter, auxiliary 1, auxiliary 2, so that way I could always see. So I think what we're going to do is come down here and put one right down here next to the radio. We'll have it kind of in line with this one. So these will be the 2 auxiliaries, and then this will be the starter battery. So we're just going to start over and readjust. What I'm doing now is just putting the ends on to the back of the voltage meters. So I used 16 gauge wire, just got it from Lowe's. It was $5.98, I think, for 25 feet. It's nothing fantastic. It's kind of a stiffer wire, which is okay with me. Now if you do something like this, you don't have to do the shrink wrap. I just like to do it. It kind of helps hold stuff in place because it's going to take a beating as far as bouncing around and stuff behind there with waves and stuff like that. Just kind of helps keep everything sturdy. Alright, so what we're going to do now is my wife is going to go up front and pull 2 wires because we didn't label them ahead of time like we should have. So she'll pull wires at a time. That way I can identify which ones to hook up to what. there's the starter battery.
Get it?
It's just barely hanging on, but yeah, it's in there. Okay, on a side note, while I'm doing this project, I want to talk real quick about this radio. And I think it was 2015 when they started putting this piece of crap Polk in here with the knob that's not waterproof. Now this is my second one. Yamaha has already replaced this once under warranty because it rusts and it's just junk. So, but here's what I want to tell you. I did a video, I think it was about a year and a half ago. I was trying to get this thing off because I wanted to try to replace it myself and I couldn't get it off. Here's how these things mount. You can see here I got 4 screw holes and 4 tiny ass stainless steel screws, but what they don't tell you is these right here, these holes, they're screw posts that come in that screw in here. I think they're about an inch and a half and they just kind of stick out. Well, there's a steel plate or an aluminum plate, a bracket that goes behind here. So when this goes in, again, this is one of those engineering marvels where they put this stuff together with a boat still in 2 pieces. So when the boat's in 2 pieces here, they can just reach in here and tighten those 2 screws down, those 2 bolts that lock onto those screwed in poles. So if you're trying to get this off of there and you can't, even after you get these screws out, if you don't have these speakers up here, you have to take these cup holders out. And if you don't know how to do that, you just twist the chrome piece. And then there's 3 screws here and it comes out. Now there's a water drain in here. Be careful, there's a hose that is attached to the bottom of it. But you have to somehow, either this one or this one, whichever one you could finagle, get your hand in there and hold those nuts and get it and unscrew them. So when I had them replace mine, I told them not to put that in there, to just put this in here, because I'm eventually going to replace this with a Fusion stereo system, and I'm going to fill this hole with something different. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to get this Polk out of here, it's not as simple as these 4 screws. You got to take one or both of these things off, these cup holders out, pull them out, and get your hand in there to hold those screws. And I believe they're like 10 millimeters. So keep that in mind if you ever want to take this Polk crap out of here. So that's the side note. So I'm going to put this back together. So that's it. This project is complete. I'm just going to let everything dry before I start cleaning everything off. But this is my, what I call auxiliary battery 1 and auxiliary battery 2. This is what powers the stereo and all that other stuff. And then this is my starter battery. I am a little disappointed with the brightness, but I guess I can't bitch too much because it's so sunny out here. But like I said in the beginning, normally I just wait for somebody to come up into the boat and have them check what's on the connects to see what the batteries are sitting at. But this tells me all 3 batteries individually. So now I know exactly what my batteries are. These are waterproof. Got them on Amazon. I think they were $8.99 or $9.99 a piece, and that's it. Simple project aside from drilling holes in the side of your boat. Helps taking the radio out. Could have done it here with this because I'd considered putting them in here. I considered putting them in here, but a little bit rounded. And I'm glad we did here because it gets thicker, as I said earlier in the video, it gets thicker here. So aside from that, we're done with this project. So if anybody has any questions about the specifics of these, I can link the product in my description, or I'll just let you know, whichever one. And then we just ran, oh yeah, we ran the wires up where we ran the speakers. Up behind the speaker, there's a PVC pipe that holds wires. You just run it up there with a fish of some sort. And that's it. It's just a direct connect. Positive, positive, negative, negative. Same on this, and it gives you a constant reading on your batteries. All right, so I hope that helps. If anybody's got any questions, let me know. Yeah, I didn't need those parts for anything.
one's still up here.
Was it?
Yeah.
You shitbird.
Whoops.
And you know what? That's the kind of thing a man would get yelled at by a woman for. You stupid head.
Do you want to yell at me?
Stupid husband brain.
You can call me a stupid head with a stupid wife brain.
So I'm going to have one odd connector here because somebody sucked it up into the vacuum and I don't feel like going through a bunch of dust and shit from my garage to go find the other connector. So in case you're all wondering, that's why I've got a odd one out. Hard to find good help nowadays. So we'll call...
Don't forget the ring.
God, I'm glad you're out here.
Heard it here first. Husband admitting he's glad his wife is helping him. Makes up for me sucking up your parts in the vacuum, huh?
Yes, we're even.